What's up, you guys? Welcome to this week's episode of the Just Sayin Podcast. I'm your host, Justin Martindale, and I hope you guys are in for a big rush of an episode because I'm so excited to bring this guest to you guys this week. I mean, my God, a singer, an actor, a Renaissance man of sorts. You know him from his hit show, Big Time Rush. You know him from America's Got Talent. I mean, the one, the only Stephen Glickman. Hello.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Yeah, you've also, I mean, more importantly, we have Gustavo Rock. Right? I mean, that's
very
where
true. I haven't done America's Got Talent.
I thought that's what I Googled.
But I would do. It says a lot of things about me on the internet. Yeah, a lot of things. It says that I wrote for Kirstie Alley somewhere on the internet. I never met Kirstie Alley.
You haven't?
No, I don't know. I don't know half the
things. This concludes this week's episode. Could you imagine ever? You know what's funny is that on the internet it also says that I'm worth like $6 million, which I'm like, is that a lot in this town? Probably not.
It's pretty.
I mean, it's a good that's Lubbock rich. You know?
Yeah.
Big time rush rich. A good Midwest rich.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But I am very excited that you are here. I feel like you reached out and was like, I want to come to your show.
Yeah.
And I'm like, duh. And then all of a sudden you were like, I'm kind of busy, like on tour with this up and coming band.
Sure,
called Big Time Rush. And I was like, whatever, dude. Okay, bye. Cut to me walking down Melrose with my dog, and it is spray painted like on the sidewalk because they were playing, I feel like, at the
Intuit Dome.
At the Intuit Dome.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, shit.
That was one of the craziest things I've ever gotten to do in my whole life.
The Intuit Dome?
Yeah, because I went with Mike Black, the comedian, from the store. We went to see Hugh Jackman at the Hollywood Bowl. And Hugh
what
Jackman,
was he doing? He was doing what? Boy from Oz?
No, he did a song from Boy from Oz. He did Oklahoma.
Oh, it was a night with Hugh Jackman.
It was a night with Hugh Jackman.
I wish I had a night with Hugh Jackman. Okay.
Like he sang the theme song to the Wolverine movie, I think. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. But he was basically just doing whatever he wanted to do, one song after another. And I'm watching him, and I just go, like, he did a Les Mis song, the whole thing. He just did his whole thing.
We get it, Hugh Jackman.
Like, you're so talented and so good looking. Like, I get it. And I turned to Mike, and I go, can you imagine getting to perform for this many people, like in Los Angeles? Like, what a crazy thing. And he went, aren't you doing the Intuit Dome?
Yeah.
And I go, yeah. And he goes, well, the Intuit Dome is 18,000 people. Hollywood Bowl is 17,500. So you're going to do this in like 4 months. And I was like, get the fuck.
Yeah.
I had never performed for more than 1,000, maybe 2,000 people. And that was playing piano for Jeff Ross. Back in the day, I toured with Jeff as a bit. He would bring me out of the audience and I'd play the piano and he'd roast me and I'd roast him. And we got to spend like a lot of time together. And it was between doing Shrek and Big Time Rush becoming a thing. So I had this time in the middle and I got to go and spend time with Jeff Ross. And that was like really cool. But that's the most people I'd ever been in front of, was like maybe 1,000 or 2,000 people. The first show of the Big Time Rush tour was like 16,000 people. And we played for over 1 million people in a year of touring. We did 73 shows. Almost all of them were arenas or stadiums. Like, these are massive fucking, and like sold out the Intuit Dome, sold out the Zego Dome 2 nights in a row in Amsterdam. Like, one after we did Wembley in London.
Crazy.
Like, I was fucking terrified for the first like 2 weeks of the tour. I was like, this is fucking.
What, did you have just like imposter syndrome where you're like, I don't belong here, this isn't for me, but it is, but it is?
1,000%. Because also it's like, I don't write music, so I'm singing covers.
Yeah.
So it's like, how did I get to pull this off? Like, it was also crafted in a very magical way, because usually when you're the opening act for a band, for any band, you're trying to win over the audience.
Of course.
But I didn't have to win them over because they are the
knew you from the
audience that
show.
grew up with me on the show. So they had never seen me sing.
Mm-hmm.
So they were just excited to see me. And then I had to like, you know what it was kind of like? Someone once said that Keenan Ivory Wayans showed up at the Comedy Store one night, and I was like, oh my God, that's so cool. And they were like, yeah, it's cool for like 4 minutes. And then he better be funny. Because if he's not funny, like, it doesn't matter how famous you are. If you go on stage and you're not good, they're done with you, you know? It's right, kind of.
I mean, it depends.
I mean, some people can.
I feel like sometimes you're like, you know, oh my God, like if you're visiting.
Sure.
And you've seen somebody forever on TV, and then you see that person in real life, and you're like, oh my God. For instance, and
please.
The other night, I'm on stage, and I get off stage, and they're like, oh, you know who was in the audience? Michael J. Fox. And I'm like, what? And they were like, Michael J. Fox was there to see Mark Maron. Who goes up after Mark Maron? Me. So I'm like, well, can we also just say that like he's there to see the show too? Because he was kind of there for me as well.
Sure, fair.
But like the fact that I was like, holy shit, I got to like perform in front of Michael J. Fox, and huge moment. Went to the back bar, played like The Power of Love on like the like the iPad. I was just like,
hell yeah.
I was like in it.
Hell yeah.
Was out with his wife, his caretakers, and like their partner, or whatever, and like they just had like a little night of it.
Yeah.
And some of the staff there were like, who? And I'm like, you can't work here. You cannot work here. You cannot work on Sunset Boulevard and not know who Michael J. Fox is. Like, out.
Yeah.
There's like prerequisites. It's in the job description. You have to know. But I mean, there are those moments where you're just kind of like, if I see somebody like, oh my God, there's so and so, and then I'm like, oh.
Have you seen a comic go up that was famous and not do well?
1,000%.
Who like?
I'm not naming names.
Yeah, we're not naming names. Yeah, you're like, I'm naming
we'll be right
names
back after the break,
and then I'm leaving.
No. I mean, I feel like, you have those moments where you are at that level of fame,
right?
And I've just seen them just walk out, schlub it, do the bare minimum, can take a sip of water, it crushes.
Wow.
And you're just like, all the other comics are just looking at each other like, are we on the same timeline? Like,
Sure.
What is this? But that is the reality of it. It's like you get to that level of just like, holy shit.
Of where, like,
you could
like
go up there and
Seinfeld.
fart, and like people are like, incredible.
Sure.
Incredible.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Well, I kind of went into the tour kind of being like I better kick the shit out of this. So like we rehearsed 5 days a week, 4 hours a day for 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
So
You put in the work.
We put the work in, so that way, because when you also with a show like this, you're doing in-ears, so you can't like you have a track that
Can you describe those? I see them all the time, and I don't understand how they work.
But they're basically headphones.
Christina Aguilera loves to take hers out and put them back in, and then take them back out again.
Yeah. You're not supposed to do that.
Okay, well,
They
don't tell Christina.
They say don't take your ears out, but you end up taking them out because this is so weird. Okay, so they're headphones. Okay,
Sure.
but they're basically they cut off all sound.
Amazing.
That's not in your ears. So great if you have a backing track. Like in my ears, I would hear verse starts in 3, 2, 1, and then guitar comes in and you start that next verse, right?
Uh-huh.
Like if there's spaces or things, or we didn't have a bass player, so we put bass into the track. We had someone record bass for the whole song, so that way we could hear bass, the audience would hear bass while we're playing live instruments. You know what I'm saying? So like we had a guitarist, a drummer, and then me singing, and then sometimes I'd play the keyboard, during it. But if we wanted strings, like we'd have to record to a click track that was like timed out for the song.
Yeah.
And then they would play that, so the audience could hear the other instruments, we could hear the other instruments, but then we're playing live instruments on stage too. So
so you can't hear the crowd at all?
Well, that was the big thing that, and that's why a lot of people take their in-ears out, is because you can't hear anything from the audience. They could be screaming and chanting your name and you can't hear anything.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
So yeah, well, here's the thing. For the first like 2 shows, I was like, am I failing?
Oh.
Like, because I'd finish a song and there'd be no applause. And I could see them doing this, but I couldn't hear it. So it just felt crazy to me.
Am I
like,
deaf?
Yeah, have I died? What is this? Why am I doing so terribly?
My body here?
Yeah, it was not a great feeling.
Yeah.
And I finally said to the sound guy, I'm like, can you mic the audience somehow so we can hear it? And he was like, oh, you want some audience noise? And I was like,
oh man, there's nothing more frustrating than like tech.
Yeah, they're trying to get people to sing along with you, and then
you want them to enjoy your art?
Yeah, and like nothing, you don't hear anything. So sometimes you pull it out so that you can
hear them
and communicate with them.
Oh, I just thought they were like irritated.
No,
I
it's
guess
like
so. They are because they
sometimes
want to hear it.
irritating because they're like something's wrong or something's not working. But then sometimes they'll whisper things to you on stage.
Don't like that.
Like I have this one this is a really crazy story.
Okay.
But
I love a crazy story.
Okay. So
get ready to go viral in 3, 2, 1.
Here we go. I was in freaking, oh God, some random city, and I matched with a woman in this city, and I said to her, oh, we should go out, and do something, I'm in town for the day, like let's hang out, hook up, or do whatever. And she was like, sounds great. And she's like, do you mind if I bring my friends with me? And I said, sure, bring your friends. And she was like, well, I'll go do karaoke. I'll pick you up at the hotel.
I hate this already.
I was fine with whatever. I was like, this will be okay.
Can I bring my friends?
Yeah, 2 girlfriends. So I was like, so there'll be 3 girls and me doing karaoke. I was like, this seems, and we're in the middle of. I know this is. It's not. Look, I was just trying to have a good time in the middle of nowhere, and we get to this shitty bar in the middle of fucking nowhere. Okay, and we start. They're drinking, they're ordering drink after drink after drink.
What time of day?
This is like 7, 8 o'clock at night.
7?
Yeah, it's about 8.
Karaoke?
Yeah, karaoke at like 7.
Oh,
yeah, it's not great. So they're pounding drinks, and the drinks are like $4 a shot.
Sure,
right? Because we're in the middle of fucking nowhere. So they're drinking, and I go up to go sing a song, and I put my voice recorder on my phone so I could record myself on stage to see if the song sounded good or not. If this is something maybe I'll do on the tour later. Like who knows?
Sure.
So I'm like, I put my phone on the table. They don't see that I hit record, and I go up and I sing the song, and they're going, "Yeah, great job!" Like while I'm on stage, I come off stage and turn the recorder off, and the bill comes, and it's like $80 for like 14 drinks.
What a night.
Right? And I'm like, here you go. Like I pay for it. And then they're like, oh, okay, have a great night. And nothing happens. Right. And it's kind of a letdown, but it's fine. And
of course, this is me. Was there an attraction to the girl that you matched with?
Yeah. Kind of like how sometimes you see somebody and you go, if I squint, this will be fine.
Mm-hmm. If I had a head injury, If I had a head injury,
if I got into a car accident in the Uber on the way,
if I was drowning,
I wouldn't say no, But
if there was a fire and I was in it,
then sure, one time maybe. But
add the 2 friends on top of that, and then karaoke. I'm sure it was like, all right, this was fun. Goodbye.
Yeah, this is. Okay. I was like, we're good. We're good. This has been a nice time. So again, I gave them tickets to the next show. I was like in Milwaukee. I was like, you guys get to come to the Milwaukee show, and that'll be so fun. And I put them on the list already, and I'm like, done. I'm like, that was a cool move, right? So they're excited, and I go to the thing. I go back to the hotel. I get in the bus, and we leave to go to the next city. And we're driving in the middle of the night. We're pulling into Milwaukee. And I go, you know what? I'm going to listen to myself sing on the thing. And I hit play on the little recording, and you hear me singing the song. And then you hear one of the girls go, holy fuck, Kelly, are you an idiot? What the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you invite him? And
what?
And then the other girl goes, Kelly, she goes, what do you mean? He's having a great time. And then the other girl goes, he's a Jew. He's not going to fucking pay for these drinks. How the fuck are we going to get? You've done this twice before, and you always fuck us. Why would you do this to us again? You know, Jews don't pay for shit, and he's such. Oh my God, this is going to suck. And it's
not anti-Semitic. Kelly,
fat, bald fuck is on stage singing for us, and I'm like listening to this in my bunk in the bus in the middle of the night. Okay, and I'm just like, what the fuck, right? And I'm so angry.
My God.
And I'm like, oh my God, right?
What about it? Talk about a big time flush.
Did you send it to her?
No, I'm like, I'm like, what do you do? What do you
Send
fucking?
it to her.
I
Send it
was
to her.
really trying to figure out what the move was, because it's like, here's the thing: is like, you do that, and then she posts the audio on the internet, and then I look like an asshole. Maybe I'm an asshole for asking
First of all,
her
it's
out.
your phone.
Yeah, I was really struggling.
Did you take him off the list?
I go in and I tell the Big Time Rush guys, I tell everybody, I'm like, what do I fucking do? And everyone's like, take them off the list.
Put him on the
know?
Coldplay big screen.
Yeah, I'm like,
Be like
and I'm like, if I take them off the list, then they're gonna think that I only went out with them to like hook up. And then I was overthinking, and I was very worried about what to do. So I said, fuck it, I'm just gonna let them come to the show, and I'm not gonna talk to them, not gonna text them. They can just fucking show up and whatever, okay? And so there's like 15,000 people in the audience. I'm never gonna see them. It doesn't matter, right? I go out on stage to do the set. We start to play. We're in an amphitheater, so you can see the sky. We're in the middle of our song, and in my in-ear...
What song were you singing? If I Were a Rich Man?
Clip it.
Perfect. I think I was singing Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls.
Of course.
Okay. And I don't want...
Nice Jewish woman name.
Sure,
Yeah.
right. Iris Goldstein. That's the song is about her. You don't know that? So I'm in the middle of doing the song, and I hear in my ears, we may need you. We may need you to get off the stage. Hold, and we'll let you know. And I'm like, what? And I look off in the distance. And out in the sky, you see lightning bolt, rain, lightning and thunder off in the distance.
Oh, my heart was racing.
And I go, huh? And I turn to my guitarist and I go, are we supposed to be on stage if there's a thunderstorm?
No, you're not.
And he goes, we're not supposed to be on stage for this. And the lightning is moving and the thunder, and suddenly it starts raining into the amphitheater where everyone is seated. And I hear, finish the song and get off stage through the in-ears. So that's something that you know, there's a reason why to have them, right? So we hear it, we're like, all right, thank you, good night. We get off stage, they go, we are holding the show for just a few minutes. They held the show for 5 hours.
Oh my God.
And then canceled it.
Oh,
because that night was the largest rainstorm to hit that city, the city of Milwaukee, in 25 years. Cars that were parked for the show were being flooded to their windows.
Wow.
And people in the audience, especially these girls, drenched, water, purses full of water.
Good for them. Big time flush.
All they got to do was watch me perform and then drive home in the rain.
God.
So and I feel bad for the rest of Milwaukee. These girls weren't even from Milwaukee, but they brought the bad karma with them to fucking Milwaukee. So
they
fuck
got
them.
screwed over by some good old fashioned Jewish lightning.
You better believe it. Jewish Lightning. That's my nickname, by the way. Jewish Lightning. It's going to be the name of my album.
That's crazy.
Jewish Lightning. That's a hell of a
Also,
good
I'm
name,
like, a 5-hour delay? Yeah, fuck those girls. And I hope they watch this podcast.
I hope so, too.
They're like, oh, shit. He's on the podcast. He knows Justin. Oh, God. That is wild. Well, you have been performing. You've been a performer for a long-ass time. I didn't know this about you, that you, and I don't want to be the bearer of bad news and bring this up, but I thought it was kind of fascinating that you were supposed to be the original Shrek on Broadway.
That is very true. Yeah.
Did not know about that. And what happened?
Dean Edwards. You know Dean Edwards, the comedian?
Yeah, of course.
He was Donkey.
In the original cast?
Yeah, him and I did all the Broadway workshops and all the Broadway readings of Shrek the Musical in New York at 42nd Street with Sutton Foster.
Oh, I love her.
And John Tartaglia and Chris Sieber and all these amazing people. Josh Grizzetti, who just passed away, but just the most incredible cast. Haven Burton, and I mean, everybody in that cast. Jennifer Simard, who just not Tony nominated Death Becomes Her.
Oh, yeah.
She's
Madeline.
Everybody.
No. Helen.
Yeah. Everybody in that cast was like amazing. And then it was just me and Dean Edwards, who had never been in a Broadway show.
That's wild.
Never done anything big like that. We had done Dean had done SNL at that point. But I was the doorman at the Comedy Store when I got that job. I had no manager, no agent. I went to an open casting call at Screenland Studios, and then I did 32 callbacks. That took 32 callbacks, took 3 months.
Just shoot me.
Yeah,
God. Do you want to give me this job or not? 32?
After, I think, 10 or 8, they had to start paying me for the callbacks.
Wow.
And they set me up with Bob Garrett, the voice coach, and a dialect coach, and Ivana Chubbuck, the acting
Not Ivana
coach.
Chubbuck.
No, Ivana Chubbuck, baby. And all these random magic people I was being sent to and being worked on as like, could this guy go from being doorman to being our Shrek?
And that's what we want.
Yeah, and then what I got, where I had the little cool hookup with our community of the Comedy Store is I would run my lines for the callbacks with Godfrey, Bobby Lee. I got to ask Chris Rock for advice on it. Like, I mean, that's stuff that like no one gets to do that kind of shit. And then the other employees at the store at the time, like Mr. Hinchcliffe and guys like that, I was bugging those guys, being like, can you run lines with me while I'm sitting in the office upstairs? You know, and when that was a thing, I don't know if they still have that.
Tony's like, why me? And you're like, well, you got teeth like a donkey. Come on, let's go.
Yeah. There was a lot of that. And it was like, one of those things I didn't know at the time, that if you get cast in a Broadway workshop of a musical, there is a very, very, very good chance you will be replaced with a very famous Broadway star when it goes to the
Of course,
thing.
That's like how it is here.
Exactly. It's the same thing with like animation for animated movies. They have rough cut voices, like rough draft voices, and then they've got the final voices.
You'll be replaced by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Right.
Again?
Oh yeah. That's why with I did this movie called Storks, this animated movie. And,
with the babies?
Yeah, and I was the rough draft voice on that for 3 years.
Wow.
And then after 3 years of doing it, Brian Posehn was in it. I think Kevin. But there's a lot of very funny people that had voices in it that were let go and replaced with like Andy Samberg and Chelsea Grammer. Sure. And because of having done Shrek and been let go for that, I was like in a different headspace where I was like, if I get to keep the role, then amazing. But I'm not expecting anything more than the rough voice. And then I found out that they wanted someone at the studio wanted to replace me with Jonah Hill, and they were like, Jonah's going to come in and do this. And then the guys producing the movie were like, we're going to keep Stephen. And luckily, I got to keep my part and do the full movie. And it like, it's like, I love that fucking movie. So thank God.
People take a chance on you. You're like the Lady Gaga of comedy, honestly. You can just go into a room and one person just needs to see, and that It just changes forever.
You
know?
just need one person to believe that you can do the thing that you think
and that's
you
a
can
lot
do.
to ask.
In this fucking town, it's really hard.
It's true.
Oh my God. I've had managers. I love my fucking manager, but I've had managers in the past where like I tell them, you know, I want to do this. And they go, yeah, I don't know what that, I don't know what that is.
Or at least they didn't say like, how do you have my number?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I've gotten that.
Oh, I've had plenty of that. I've had managers where I'm just like, do you know what to do with me?
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, what? They're like, I gotta call you back in like 10 months. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I take a percentage of...
Yeah, make whatever I make. I'm booking all my own shit.
Yeah,
it's
they're like,
worst.
can I take a percentage of your cameo that you're making? And you're like,
oh, yeah.
What the fuck? No. Yeah. Fuck off.
I had my whole agents. Oh, I'm going to put them on blast right now because I fired them. Not one came to my Netflix is a joke show.
Stop it.
Not one. Had a sold out show. It was a live show. Not one of them. Had breakfast with them that morning. And they're like, yeah, we'll see you tonight. Not one of them came. And what was the excuse? Traffic. Really, bitch?
Yeah. Like,
the next day.
Did you just move here?
The next day I was like, yeah, this isn't working. Bye.
Wow. Good for you.
Yeah. I'm like, I've been in this town. I don't have time to play for this shit. But wait, I wanted to ask you, so why didn't Shrek happen?
It was, they had planned without me knowing.
Jonah Hill.
Yeah, it was Jonah Hill's fault.
I'll see you in hell.
No, they literally didn't let me know, but they were planning to replace me after the final Broadway workshop with a big Broadway star, and same thing to Dean Edwards. They had
so they took
someone
you all
lined
the way
up.
and then replaced.
It was so that because what would happen is, and it makes sense when you think about it, but God, did it fucking kill my heart.
Of
it was
course.
so hard on me.
Did you go to therapy?
Oh, yeah. I got all the therapy. I do all the therapy.
That's brutal.
So imagine this. Like, I would go in on like a Tuesday, right, to Shrek to work at 42nd Street. I'd walk in and they'd go, okay, Janine Tesori and David Lindsay Abair, they've the lyricists and composers, they've written a song for you to do. I go, okay. And I'd go in and they'd teach me the song. And for an hour, I would learn the song. And they'd go, all right, you ready to sing it? And I'd go, uh-huh. And then I'd walk into the big room and Jeffrey Katzenberg and David Geffen would come in and sit down and they'd go, sing us the song. And little fucking Glickman would be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I would sing the song for them. And they'd finish the song. And they'd go, no, it sucks. I don't like this song. Can we start over? Let's start over. This one doesn't work. Let's
to your
throw it up.
face?
And they would rip the song up.
Oh
and
my
they'd
God,
throw it away.
divas.
And they would say, guys, can you write something else? This isn't working. And then I'd go, oh, okay. And
Wow.
And we would do this again and again and again and again. So they couldn't do that with Brian Darcy James. Like, they couldn't do this with a Tony-nominated person. They can do it with a schmuck that they're paying a couple bucks to as like the rough draft guy.
So they can act like they're all like, ha, 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 look
now
how big we are. Yeah.
Once they lock in the whole show, then
course.
they bring in the big guns, and then the big guns get to do it. But that's what they did with Wicked. That was Stephanie Block played Elphaba for 5 years, and then Idina Menzel took over. They did it with the producers. They've done most big Broadway shows. Like, don't get the big star, up early on. You get that later. I didn't know that, but what I was lucky about, very, very lucky, is I had my contract was DreamWorks' first time, and now I think only time ever doing a Broadway musical. So they gave me a contract that covered reading, workshop, and the Broadway run, the first run of the show, which meant if they fired me for any of these things, they'd have to pay me out of my contract. And they gave me royalties on Shrek the Musical for 20 years. So anytime an equity production of the show happens in the world, if it's like a Class A production, which is like 1,000 seats or something, then I get paid for that still.
God, I hope Shrek the Musical is playing in that dumb bitch's town.
Oh, me too. Fuck her. What an asshole. What a fucking asshole.
God, Kelly, why did you bring Shrek?
You brought a Jew with you to the bar?
God, what an ogre.
Holy shit.
That's so crazy.
They made a comment about just leaving me on the side of the road.
Wow.
And not taking me back to the hotel. There was also, I didn't realize this about America. A lot of America, no fucking Ubers.
Yeah.
So, like, you can end up
hitchhiking, like the old days.
Yeah, hitchhiking or trying to get a cab from
Ew.
a yellow cab. Oh, my
No,
God.
thanks.
What the fuck?
Well, so wait, so Shrek happens, right?
Yeah.
And then how does that go into Big Time Rush?
So what happens is Shrek, I get let go from Shrek.
Are you still at the Comedy Store?
Yes.
What year is this? Is this before me?
This is 2008.
Yeah, this 1 year before
7,
I was
8.
there.
Yeah. So you're gonna love this. So what happens is I get let go from Shrek.
Uh-huh.
New Year's Eve, when I'm the host and opener for the Comedy Store La Jolla with Al Madrigal and Kirk
love
Fox.
Al and Kirk.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
And what happens is
There was a lightning storm.
Oh,
What?
yeah. I'm in tears all day, at my mom's house, visiting my mom, finding out that I've lost this job. I'm a fucking wreck. And then I have to go do stand-up on New Year's Eve.
Isn't it the best? 2009. Ring in 2009.
Oh, I go to the store. I go to the La Jolla Comedy Store. I start drinking. I'm not a drinker. I don't fucking drink almost ever.
Me
And
neither.
I'm doing shot, right? And they bring me. I go up on stage. And I
Shit-faced,
go
blacked out drunk.
blackout
Oh,
drunk. I do not
no,
remember
Stephen.
getting on stage.
Ah.
And I'm fucking doing all my material, but I'm slurring and I'm getting a lot. I'm doing okay, I think.
Well, no.
And I go, probably not. Well, no. And I go,
That's your head's I was crushing
I was
it.
crushing.
No.
I go, are you guys fucking ready to party?
Oh.
Because this guy has about to come up on the stage. He's gonna fucking crush your souls. Give it up for the motherfuckers, Kirk Fox. And Kirk Fox comes up and is like, hey, hi, I'm Kirk Fox. Right? He's not happy. that I've
Kirk
done
Fox
this.
is never happy.
Al Madrigal is going.
Always a beam of sunshine.
Comes over to me. He goes, hey, can I ask you a favor? Hey, could you maybe not, and I go, Al, I fucking got you, baby. Right? I'm that loud at the bar while he's on stage. Okay.
Which, by the way, there's no door at the Comedy Store in La Jolla. It's just open door. I think there might be a linen curtain that goes to the bar.
a thin,
yeah, not even linen. Maybe just like
so
a
me going,
polyester.
I'm gonna fucking kill this for
Oh
you.
my God. Lots
Right.
of tile, echoey tile, a lot of
the
echoey
echo.
tile.
Kirk absolutely hears me on stage.
Of course.
Right? So then I go up to bring up Al, and I'm like, are you motherfuckers ready to party? Because this guy who's about to come, this guy right here, he fucking kills it. Al Madrigal. Right. I bring him up like I'm Oprah. Okay.
That's so funny. Everyone got a car that night.
Everyone gets a car. Yeah. They bring up,
And you
that's
couldn't
so
take one
funny.
because you were drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. You couldn't drive home that night. You didn't get a car.
Al's so pissed. Al's so pissed that he calls Mitzi.
What?
And he goes, hey, this guy should not be performing at La Jolla. He needs to take a break from performing. He is a fucking wreck. All right.
Shit.
And he's shit-faced drunk. I don't know what his problem is. None of them knew I had gotten fired from the show. Right. Kirk ended up finding out, and he appealed to them and kind of helped me get back in a little bit better. But holy shit, I was such a fucking wreck. I come back to LA, tail between my legs. I'm so embarrassed because I'm like, everyone knows I got fired. Everyone knows, right? No one knows, but I think everyone knows.
Of course.
So I'm walking around literally feel like I can't show my face anywhere, right? And my manager gets me a meeting with the president of Universal.
Sure.
Huge, fucking biggest meeting of my life.
Well, because of Shrek? Because
'Cause of
Shrek's
Shrek.
Universal, yeah.
I go in and I sit down with this woman, and Shrek is DreamWorks, but Universal, I think, is a part of maybe, right?
Yeah.
So I go in and I meet with this woman, and she goes, "Hey, by the way, congratulations on Shrek. I heard you were incredible in the show, and I think Tony in the future, all right? So anyways, what's next for you?" And I go, "Well, I hate to be like to correct you like this, but I was actually let go right before it opened on Broadway. I did the Broadway workshop performances, but I did not get to do the final show." And she goes, "I'm going to give you a word of advice. When someone gives you a compliment, take the fucking compliment." And I go, "Okay."
Did you shit your pants just like right then?
Just a little bit.
Jesus,
And
God, what is
she
wrong
goes,
with people?
She goes, "What do you want to do now?"
Yeah.
And I go, "Well, like there's this musical that I love." And she goes, No. In LA. What do you want to do in LA? And I was like, "Well, there's theater in LA." And she was like, "No, there isn't. What do you want to do here? Like television, film, what do you?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, well, I like to do a sitcom maybe, or a cartoon. I like doing voices and things." And she was like, "Okay, I'll call Nickelodeon." So she calls Nickelodeon for me. Nickelodeon has me in for a general with voiceover casting. We finished the meeting, and this woman, Sarah Noonan, who I'd met with there, was like, "You're going to work for our network for the rest of your life. You're going to be associated with us forever."
That's
and I was
great.
like, "Okay." And I was like, "How? What am I going to do?" And she was like, "I don't know. We're going to find something. Don't worry. I'm going to get you something." And one fucking week later, I've been home from Shrek for like maybe a month or so, 2 months. 1 week later, the guy playing Gustavo in the table read of Big Time Rush gets fired on a Thursday. They bring me into audition Friday. They cast me Saturday. We start filming Monday.
Whoa.
And
that's how it happens.
Yeah. And there's some other pieces, of how it all went down, but that was really like the big,
And then it just
the fucking before and after of my life, before Shrek and after Shrek are they're strange, but before Big Time Rush and after that, it's not even the same. It's like a completely different fucking existence. It's like, because the first episode aired to 14.9 million people in America, and then they start showing it around the world, and then it's like in 90 countries and 12 languages, and then it's this very popular thing, and there's billboards, and then you're going to the Kids' Choice Awards, and then Snoop Dogg's on the show, and like all of this shit.
And everyone's screaming at you.
Oh
and
my God.
I know. I told my friend's daughter, and she's like 14, and I was like, "Oh yeah, Stephen Glickman's going to be on my podcast." And she was like, "From Big Time Rush?" And I was like, "All right, look here. I am someone too."
Yes. Yes. That's so funny.
Now, let's take a look at your math homework.
Yeah, for sure. It is a really strange thing, because for the first year of the show, I was kind of, I had gotten to hang out a little bit in New York with Saget. And Bob was doing The Drowsy Chaperone on Broadway, and I got to ask him some stuff about about his career and his stuff, and he was like, he basically said something along the lines of like, fight against the current a little bit. Like, if they're trying to push you down the road to be this thing, do what they're asking you to do, but keep one eye back on the shore, and keep fighting for that too. And because of stand up, like I was doing this kid show, but then I was still going out after I get off work and do the improv, or doing a podcast and doing our show, at the store, and then at the improv, and still going to the factory. It's still getting around, performing and being out, and staying as much in the community as I possibly could. Yeah. Because I fucking love stand up. It's the thing that got me to stay in Los Angeles. Like, it kept me here.
Same.
For
me too. Yeah.
Yeah, and also it does this really great thing. I had this thing happen which may sound a little mushy, but is some real shit, is when I first started doing stand-up, I was doing it at the Canoga Park bowling alley. And there was a lot of big comics that were coming out there. I mean, Whitney Cummings was around, and Anthony,
From the Canoga Park bowling alley?
Oh, yeah, and Jeselnik, and a lot of those guys would come out, and Hannibal Buress, and a lot of those guys would come and do spots at this. I mean, this is...
It was like the alt room scene, like the early stages of the alt room scenes.
It was a fucking garbage room hosted by mental patients.
Sure.
It was like it was like a belly room kind of place where, like, I mean, no one was very good. This is Whitney, like 2 years into stand up, like not like.
Well,
or whatever,
yeah.
You know, like
when
Eliza Schlesinger, people like this would like, everyone was coming there,
and
but
mentally stable.
Yeah, right.
On their own.
But like, it was hosted by like Fat James Price. Do you remember Fat James?
I do not know.
He also worked at the store. By the way, if you ever get a chance to, this is a absolutely insane thing. Go find the show Minding the Store if you haven't seen it. There was a television show called Minding the Store about the Comedy Store reality show. And Tommy.
Oh, yeah. Pauly show. Yeah.
Pauly show with Tommy and all
What was
those
that, on like Showtime or something?
I think so.
Yeah.
It was a kind of a terrible show.
It was awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of like, it's a weird kind of little time capsule of what it was like to work at the Comedy Store at that time.
Yeah.
Like, because it was a reality show, so it was.
It was very a produced reality show, I'm sure.
Right. Because then they made the scripted show.
Yes, I'm dying up here.
Right. Okay. So,
which that book, if the book is incredible,
I'm sure
that book is like my LA Bible.
Really?
Yeah, it's just fascinating. If you need like a good book on how the comedy scene started here in LA, that is it. It talks about how Johnny Carson moved from New York to LA, and everybody trekked all the way over to LA. How it all started, how Mitzi opened the club. It's fascinating. It's really cool.
I'll pick it up.
Talks about like Steve Lubetkin jumping off the Continental Hotel next door, which is now the Andes. Talks about Richard Lewis, Robin. It's fascinating.
Oh my God.
It's a really, really good book. I can't recommend it enough. If you're like a comedy aficionado, or if you were in stand-up comedy or thinking about it, read this book. It's the Bible.
Okay. Oh, I'll definitely do that.
Here. Yeah.
I'm dying up here.
It's really, really good.
God. Amazing. Well, so there was this guy, Fat James, and
which is his Christian name.
That was his Christian name, and he was very, very fat.
Oh, well, that's weird.
He had a pompadour, and he was short, and he like kind of talked like this, kind of like Italian kind of talking guy, and he was supposed to be the next comic up, and this comedian named Matt Walker, who's a redhead comic. He had been doing stand-up like a year longer. He had joined a year earlier than me. So I was maybe a year into doing stand-up at this point. Maybe, barely, okay? Like maybe 6 months in. And I'm standing in the back of the bowling alley, getting bowling at the bar, watching. And they go, okay, Matt's hosting. And he goes, all right, Fat James is up next. And then someone goes, he's not here yet. And he goes, all right, well, then we'll just put up Fat Steve.
Oh, God.
And I turned around, walked out, sat in my car in the parking lot, and cried.
Oh.
I was a mess. Could not handle it. And I texted him, and I said, hey, I know you're a comedian or whatever, but like this really hurt my feelings. I'm very sensitive about my weight, and I was bullied a lot about it growing up, and and it's a very sensitive subject. So in the future, it really hurt my feelings. And if you could in the future maybe not say something like this. And he gets the text, and then he reads it on stage.
Oh my God, people are awful.
And he goes, and then he texted me back, I'm reading this on stage right now. And I'm like, fucking
God.
Horrified. And then he writes, and then he gets off, brings up the next comic, and he texts me, where are you? And I go, I'm in the parking lot, and I'm a mess. Like, please don't come out. I'm like crying in my car. Please leave me alone. He comes into the parking lot, and he's like, finds me. He's like, get the fuck out of the car. And I get out of the car, and he's like, hey, you don't get to do this. You don't get to have feelings. You're a comedian. That's the whole fun point about being a comic.
No.
Is that your feelings you don't get to get hurt and get your feelings hurt, because now you can fucking say shit back to people.
Yes.
You can fucking roast people back. You can say mean shit to me and I can take it.
Right.
Like, that's the whole fun of this, is that your whole life you've had this problem, right? People have been saying this to you. But now you have a fucking microphone. You can fucking go back. You can say whatever the fuck you want about me. That's the whole fun of this. Now that you're a comedian, that's how this works. And I go, I know. And I go, I'm a comedian now? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, no one has ever called me a comedian.
Yeah.
This first time. And I was like, do you want to be best friends with me? And it was like, okay. And we've been best friends for 22 years.
Good. I love a turnaround.
Yeah, yeah. He is still the biggest asshole I know.
Yeah.
But he's my asshole.
See, that's the thing.
You know? I think we all need an asshole.
We all need an asshole. Yeah. I've got several. I feel like...
And we're more sensitive now than we were 20 years ago in stand-up.
Yes, I think so too. But I also feel like there's a threshold, however you want to take it. I like comedy when it's genuine. I also like it when it's, for me, it's like if somebody said something like that, I mean, they wouldn't say like, oh, fat Justin.
Sure.
But they've called me other slurs.
Sure.
And to that, I'm like,
that's a little different.
I don't know you like that.
I think that there is, here's the thing.
It is different.
It is a little
but
different.
Like I'm saying, I've been offended when it's happened. And I let that person know.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, oh, come on, man. You got to take a joke. I'm like, I don't know you like that. I don't let my friends don't talk to me like that. And I mean, it's different being like, oh, my weight. But it's also like, you know, I don't know.
It's similar. It's kind of like it's a minority group.
Yes.
So like, I would say that like, making fun of somebody for being a member of a minority is a different thing than making fun of someone for being short. Or, unable to grow a beard or be or fat, or, having something that is maybe controllable in some way. I don't know. It definitely, because here's the thing is, not one time since that day has anyone that's a comedian is the important word, ever said anything about my weight to me that I found offensive. It only became part of whatever the stuff was. Like with Jeff Ross, like he would make jokes about me being a big guy.
Sure.
Never hurt my feelings. Now, someone that's not a comedian that has made a comment about my weight, I will fucking end their life.
It's the best, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I will fucking run them over with a car.
Bring them to me.
Oh, yes. Oh, abso-fucking-lutely.
Oh, pull the meat from the bones. Yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
I had an ex-girlfriend insult me and break up with me, and then she came in to watch me do my set.
Oh.
And I said, you got to get out of here or I'm going to fucking tear you to pieces in front of this audience.
You're just a chihuahua in a piranha fish tank.
I was like, you don't want to be. I'm on stage in front of this whole audience. I was like, this girl just broke up with me. I was like, you do not want to be here for this. And she had broken up with me by making a fat comment about how I was. Yeah, like I was too fat to go hiking. If we had kids someday, I would die before they were old enough to this kind of like, it was bad. It was real bad.
So she's she's like into S&M then, because she's like, I'm right here.
Yeah.
Go, give it to me, daddy.
She was like, go for it. And
Jesus.
I made a comment about, I went at, she had it was bad. As to not get canceled on the podcast.
Catch Big Time Rush on the road in a city near you.
But it was great. And it was a hell of a, because I mean, someone does that, you have full license.
Yes.
Someone in the audience says something to you that's like something mean about anything about you. I feel like you have the right to
destroy them.
Absolutely. And
I don't care.
Yeah.
We have some stories I want to get into, and then I'm going to play a game of rapid fire questions with you. So at these big time Rush concerts, Usher just had a concert where he brought this woman up on stage, and she was clearly not in it at all. Yeah. And he's, it's Usher, he's hot, and he's like grinding upon this woman, and she was just not feeling it. And he's like, get out of here, and like kicked her off the stage. And so she goes up on her social media and she's like, I'm pretty privileged. Sorry if y'all bitches be hating me and all this other stuff. But then like he went to the next show and he's just like, if you want to come up on stage, just like enjoy being here. And like, and I thought he handled it very, very well. Has anything crazy like this happened at one of your shows? Like, that you can just think off the top of your head, like, oh my God. Or like, I think there was like a Morgan Wallen concert as well where people are just pissing themselves now and all that stuff. Like,
sure.
Yes, actually.
Not as sometimes people will hold up signs that say like, I'm rock hard for Gustavo Rock. Like,
wow.
I get that kind of stuff. Things like,
oh my God.
We've had signs in the audience that say, I shaved everything. Like you see that kind of stuff at shows.
What are some other ones?
Right.
Yeah.
But one thing is when we were on the international part of the tour, I turned to James and I said, one of the guys who's very tall, and I said, how was it for you today? And he goes, fans are intense here. They're very intense. I go, how so? He goes, well, I'll say this. I'm happy I'm tall. And I go, what does that mean? He goes, because Logan is short. So they just keep trying to kiss him on the lips.
Oh.
And I was like, what? Oh, he's like, yeah, in the meet and greet, when we meet, there's like 100, 200 fans that line up.
Is this Japan?
It is not Japan. But one at a time, they'll come up, and when he goes in to give them a hug, they would kiss him. They try to kiss him on the lips, one after another.
With tongue? Or just like, they're like, oh, this is so fun. Like,
I think there's
a couple creepers in there, like,
a couple, seemed a little intense. I'm lucky I didn't really have very much of that.
Yeah.
But
why was he tall? Oh, because they couldn't get to him.
Yeah, they couldn't reach him. They
could kiss somewhere else.
They really could. They really could.
Terrifying.
I mean, they're all very lovely fans. But yeah, I haven't really had any super weird, aside from like signs or people like throwing stuff onto the stage during shows.
Because I always wonder that, because we see these people throwing cell phones and chairs and like glass. Like, people are out of control at these concerts now. They're just like I think Billie Eilish got hit in the face with a phone at her concert and was like, really? Can we not?
Well, I did.
And now you're going. You have your album that came out.
Yeah.
Which is crazy, because I remember the TikTok. I have to talk about the TikTok. The TikTok where you covered Crazy by Gnarls Barkley.
Yeah.
And it was the slow down version. And I remember seeing that. I remember when I saw that on TikTok, and I was like, oh my God, everyone was doing it. And that was you the whole time. And so now you have like an album out, and you're now doing that.
Yeah,
So you get ready. I'm gonna come to your show. I'm gonna be rock hard.
Just throw me some panties. That's all I'm asking for.
It's just gonna say that. Right? I'm rock hard.
I'm rock hard.
Not Gustavo.
Perfect,
just
please.
I'm gonna let you know I'm rock hard, and I'm gonna throw something. And you'll be like, Justin, God damn it. I'll be like,
oh my God, love it.
It's me.
Please.
Well, I do want to play a real quick game of rapid fire with you, because I do want to get like some. I feel like, yeah, these are fun. Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Pineapple on pizza.
Ugh.
Sick.
Ugh.
Don't like it. Favorite comfort movie.
The Birdcage, Star Wars.
That says so much about you.
Really does. I mean, look at this fucking
The
vest.
birdcage in Star Wars.
The birdcage in Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's basically who I am.
It's basically the same movie if you think about it.
It really is if you think about it.
Most underrated comedian.
Hairy Bears. What?
Most underrated comedian.
Most underrated comedian? Brent Weinbach.
Oh, okay.
Love. I think Mike Black, though.
Mike Black is good.
Love me some Mike Black.
Mm-hmm.
I loved Eric Charles Nielsen.
Oh,
I was
okay.
such a fan. I'm still such a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always be a fan.
Bamford is so fucking
Maria.
great. Yeah, Maria. I love her so much. God. Bruce Valanche. You ever watch
he's been on the
Bruce?
show.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we had him here
love
like a couple weeks ago. We have to go back and watch
some of my
it.
favorite stories of all time.
So much fun.
Yeah.
Weirdest audition, I think we got that one, right?
No.
Okay.
Weirdest audition was I auditioned for Ugly Fat Guy once.
I swear to God.
And I got the role.
Jesus.
I got the role, and then they changed it to neo-Nazi. And I was like, thank God.
The amount of trauma. You were like, okay, great, thank God.
Thank God I get to play a
I'm
neo-Nazi.
in.
There we go. Finally.
Yeah.
Something I can do.
And that bitch in that small town was is he available today?
Oh, yeah. She would love it.
Let's see. Your podcast is called The Nighttime
The Nighttime Show
Podcast.
Yeah.
So here is what is your dream, or who is your dream guest for your podcast?
Oh man. Well, we finished that show. We stopped it because we kind of wanted to do Kevin Smith, and we wanted him from the first episode. It was like when we all said our dream guest.
Yes.
It took us 211 episodes to get Kevin Smith, but we got him, and he was fucking great. And then we were like, I think we can
just call it quits.
We can call it. Yeah.
If Gustavo had social media today, what would his TikTok look like?
It'd be him doing a lot of dances, the WAP dance, possibly. If you remember that dance,
it's a whole bunch of dances.
He's not a very good dancer.
Okay.
I'm talking about him like it's not me. But I have a TikTok.
You're very method. Yeah, is what you're saying.
I really do kind of draw the line, like toe the line between the character from the show and who I am normally.
Sure.
And I mean, just in the fact that I have a lot of necklaces that are very I have necklaces on my own face, like I've got. I stole all the wardrobe from the show when
Isn't
the show
the best?
ended.
Just steal it.
Take it home.
Take it. No one else is wearing it.
Oh yeah. And then my own stuff, I started kind of, adding a little extra sparkle to some of my own stuff, because it's like, thankfully I have a girlfriend who enjoys a little sparkle.
Good. We all need a little sparkle in our lives.
I think so too.
I love that.
Agree.
Stephen, thank you so much for being here. Honestly.
Thank you.
I feel like I could have we could talk for like a whole nother hour.
Oh, easily.
So you got to come back on.
We'll do more.
And please tell everyone where they can find you on the road. I know you're going. You got you tell them. You have something coming up in August?
I'm doing Savannah Bananas in August.
Savannah Bananas?
Yeah, I'll be with those guys in Savannah, Georgia, performing.
That's crazy.
Singing.
I love Savannah.
And then the album comes out this year.
Yes.
So we're just waiting on the release. But
okay.
There's great performances in there. I do a duet in the album with Edwin McCain, and I do who I love.
I will be
exactly.
your
yes.
crying shoulder.
We did him and I together did Driver's License by Olivia Rodrigo as a Bruce Springsteen song.
That's cool.
So it's very stripped back, but it's very cool. So that one's really neat. And then the big the other song on the album, which I still can't fucking believe I got to do, is we did Welcome to the Black Parade by My Chemical Romance with Adam Pascal from Rent.
Wow.
Tony nominated Adam Pascal. And I did it as a duet, and it is fucking nuts. It's
off,
crazy.
King.
Oh my God. So much fun.
That is so awesome.
It'll
and
be
congrats on all the success,
Thanks
honestly.
so
and I'm so
Thanks
glad
for
we got
having
to
me, man.
make it make it happen finally.
Yeah, seriously,
So
this has been great.
and make sure to follow Stephen.
Yeah, you can get me. Just look up Stephen Glickman, Stephen.
I like the full name.
Oh yeah, Stephen Kramer Glickman. You can
Stephen
look me
Kramer
up on the
SKG.
Insta, the TikToks.
And yes,
Spotify.
and make sure to like and subscribe. Catch him on the road when you can, and leave a comment down below. We love hearing from you. And as always, we'll see you next time on the Just Sayin Podcast. Have a good one. Later. Bye.
Bye.